Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Thursday, April 27th, 2023. We are about to do a live, in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now based on my current location in the state of New Mexico in the USA. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and priestess and an AstroVed astrologer. And I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has explained the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with all of them. In doing this puja, we are connecting with those light beings, inviting their positive blessings to flow into us and also into our world. To do the puja, I have drawn the chart in chalk on a blackboard that's laying flat on a side table. I also have a container of water, a lit tea light, an incense stick, a bell, a raisin, and a bowl of fresh flower petals. I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. Below the video in the Show More area, there is a link to a tutorial video if you are unfamiliar with the South Indian style layout of the Vedic chart. We start the puja. I take the container of water and I sprinkle drops of water on all four sides of the blackboard chart to symbolically purify the space for the puja. I'm sprinkling a few drops of water on top of my own head and sending a few drops of water out into space, symbolically towards all of you, so that everyone, whether they're watching the puja live or later on a replay, is in a state of purification going into the puja. Now we start the puja with first invoking Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles. Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja, and I ask him to remove all obstacles in the lives of all the participants, in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of your life. I ask him to remove obstacles for all of you, now and always. And we thank him for his help with this. Next, we do a short Tamil chant, asking all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atiyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atihar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank St. Yanasamunda for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, we turn our attention to the time Shaktis, or the time elements that are active right now in my local area. Today, it's Thursday in my area, and I put the flower petals on Jupiter, who rules Thursdays. I hold the flower petal as I say the mantra, and when I say Namaha, I put it on top of Jupiter on the blackboard chart. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Next, we honor the star that the moon is in. At the moment, the moon is in a star called Pushya, a star that is very spiritually auspicious. I put the flower petals on the moon on the blackboard chart. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Pushya star. Next, we honor Tithi, or moon phase, that the moon is in. The moment the moon is in the 8th waxing moon, called Ashtami in Sanskrit. Dr. Pillai said we would use the Sanskrit name of the moon phase, followed by the word Devi, which is invoking the light being associated with that moon phase. Om Ashtami Devye Namaha. Om Ashtami Devye Namaha. Om Ashtami Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that's ruling the hour. In my local area, this is Mars. I put the flower petals on top of Mars on the blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we're going to acknowledge the yoga and the karana. Dr. Pillai said for these, we would not use flower petals. We would say their names in Sanskrit 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Shula, which has energies that can be confrontational. Shula, Shula, Shula. And the karana that's active right now is one called Vishti, which has energies that can be inefficient. Vishti, Vishti, Vishti. Now we turn our attention to the chart of the moment, starting with the ascendant sign, represented here with the letters AC. The sign coming up on the eastern horizon right now in my local area is Vrishabha, or Taurus. This is ruled by Venus. We start with honoring Venus as the ruler of the ascendant sign, as a gesture to his importance at the moment. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now, starting in the ascendant sign, we'll go around and honor all of the planets. Today, in the ascendant sign is Venus. Again, we honor Venus. I put more flower petals on him. We're honoring him now for being in the ascendant sign. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus is in a star called Mrgashira, a star that Dr. Pillai says can give blessings towards enlightenment, and also is a star that can give us curiosity and willingness to try new things, go new places, eat new foods, that type of thing. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Om Mrgashiraye Namaha. Om Mrigashiraye Namaha. Mrigashira star is ruled by Soma, a liquefied form of the moon, in which he is a divine nectar or the Amrita of immortality. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Om Somaye Namaha. Mrigashira star is ruled by Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalayha Namaha. Om Mangalayha Namaha. Om Mangalayha Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha or Taurus, an earth sign with very grounded energies and a great love of luxury and comfort. Today, containing Venus, planet of love and beauty and joy, and also planet that helps us to enjoy beautiful things, material comforts, and also gives us enjoyment for the arts. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, going in a clockwise direction around the chart, the next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Mituna or Gemini, which today contains Mars. We honor Mars, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Mangalayha Namaha. Om Mangalayha Namaha. Om Mangalayha Namaha. Mars is in a star called Purnavasu, a star that can give blessings for freedom, for prosperity. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Purnavasaye Namaha. Om Purnavasaye Namaha. Om Purnavasaye Namaha. Purnavasu star is ruled by Aditi, a goddess who is called the mother of many of the gods. She is the mother of our own sun, the archetype that rules the sun. We honor Aditi, and I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Aditye Namaha. Om Aditye Namaha. Om Aditye Namaha. Purnavasu star is ruled by Jupiter. I put flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules the sign of Gemini, which is Mercury, who is retrograde at the moment. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Mituna or Gemini, a zodiac sign with a great range of energies. Today, containing Mars, a planet that is both a healer and a protector. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Karkata or Cancer, which today contains the moon. We honor the moon. I put flower petals on him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon is in a star called Pushya, a star that is so spiritually auspicious that I've heard astrologers in India say, even if all the other astrological indicators for the day are not so positive, and the yoga and the karana that we invoked earlier are not sounding like positive ones, confrontational, inefficient. Nevertheless, if the moon is in Pushya star, it overcomes all of those blemishes. So Pushya star is always a good day for doing something important, doing something that's meaningful for you, because if the moon is in Pushya star, you have good energy for doing it. So I put the flower petals now on the moon to honor Pushya star. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Om Pushyaye Namaha. Pushya star is ruled by Brihaspati, a form of Jupiter in which he is a spiritual teacher and so full of wisdom that he is said to be even the teacher to the gods themselves. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Om Brihaspataye Namaha. Pushya star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Cancer, which is the moon. Anytime a planet is sitting in a sign he rules, he is in a comfortable location. We honor the moon for ruling Cancer. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Karkata or Cancer, the most emotionally sensitive of all the zodiac signs, today containing the moon, which is our mind and our emotions, and also our ability to be receptive to light. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu. We honor Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu today is in a star called Swati, a star symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, the archetype who rules the wind and the air element, and also he is the father of Hanuman. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Swati star, which is Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu on the blackboard chart. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign that has energies for balance, fairness, and harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto. We honor Pluto, and I put flower petals on him. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. We ask this star to help our successes to be long-lasting. I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Om Uttara Shadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. I put the flower petals on Pluto, and we ask for blessings from all 10 of the Visvadevas. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun on the blackboard chart. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities, today containing Pluto, a planet that can help with rationality and science, and with those who are working on new discoveries. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Kumbha or Aquarius, which today contains Saturn. We honor Saturn, and he is another planet that's comfortable to be in a sign that he's ruling at the moment. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Satabisha, a star that has the nickname 100 Physicians. It has a tremendous amount of healing energy and also can give interest in esoteric subjects. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Satabishaye Namaha. Om Satabishaye Namaha. Om Satabishaye Namaha. Satabisha's star is ruled by Varuna, archetype who rules the rain and the oceans. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Satabisha's star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put flower petals on him. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius, a zodiac sign with energies to be humanitarian and to be of selfless service to others. Today, this sign contains Saturn, a planet that helps with both patience and compassion. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Neptune. We honor Neptune. I put the flower petals on him. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purvabhadrapada, a star that can give blessings to help towards enlightenment, charity, purification. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada's star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us to experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada's star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Excuse me. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put more flower petals on him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena or Pisces, the most transcendental of all the zodiac signs, today containing Neptune, a planet that can help with intuition and with helping us to understand our own inner life. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Here's the planet in it is Misha or Aries, which today contains Jupiter, Rahu, the Sun, Mercury retrograde, and Uranus. Jupiter, Rahu, and the Sun are all in the same star, so we're going to honor all three of those planets before we invoke the star. We start with Jupiter. I put flower petals on him. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Next, we honor Rahu for being in Aries. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the Sun for being in Aries. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Jupiter, Rahu, and the Sun are all in a star called Ashwini, a star that can give blessings for speed and also for healing. We put the flower petals across Jupiter, Rahu, and the Sun, or the star. Om Ashwini Namaha. Om Ashwinihe Namaha. Om Ashwinihe Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by the Ashwini Kumaras, horse-headed twins who have great healing energies, to the point where they are sometimes called the physicians to the gods. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by Ketu. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Now we honor Mercury and Uranus for both being in Aries. They're both in the same star, so we will invoke both of them before we honor the star. Mercury at the moment is retrograde, extra powerful. We put flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Next, we honor Uranus for being in Aries. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Mercury and Uranus are both in a star called Bharani, a star that has a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti or energy. We put the flower petals across Mercury and Uranus. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. We put the flower petals across Mercury and Uranus. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. I have some doubt if I did Bharani star, so I'm going to do him again. I just did Yama, the archetype that rules that star. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha or Aries, a zodiac sign that's a fire sign with very active energies. Today, containing Jupiter, planet that helps with everything related to spiritual teaching, and Rahu, planet that helps us to think outside the box. The sun, which is our soul and also a planet so important for our health and our self-esteem. Mercury, retrograde, planet that helps with communication and electronics, computers, and also with business, as well as our sense of humor. And Uranus, the planet that can give higher intelligence, success in life, and also help someone to become preeminent in their field if that's something they wish to do. We pause for a moment and reflect on all of this. Now, I take a lit tea light and I hold it above the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and the many piles of flower petals on it. And in the air, I circle it around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked. Now I take a lit incense stick and I will circle that 3 times in the air around the chart, asking all of these divine beings to give us their blessings, offering them the element of air with the incense stick, as well as the sweet fragrance. Now I take a bell to offer the element of sound. Now I take a little raisin, a small fruit representing the earth element, and I circle that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Later in the day, I will eat that raisin as a piece of prasad or blessed food. Now I make prayer hands and I make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us and also into the lives of our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute, and then we can do short Q&A period if you post questions in the chat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate your participation and your support. Right now we have a few minutes. If you would like to post a question in the chat, I will do my best to try and answer it. Jupiter, the planet that rules Thursdays, is associated with a grain called, in North America, we call it chickpea or garbanzo bean. In Tamil Nadu, I believe they call it chana. But this is a grain that you can offer to him on Thursdays to create a closer connection to him. If you had some dish for your meal that had garbanzo beans in it, whether it was a salad or a soup or a side dish or a casserole, you could offer a small amount of that to Jupiter and make your prayer to him. And then you can eat not only what was served at your meal, but you could eat the amount that you had offered to him as a kind of prasad or blessed food if you wanted to. Okay, not seeing any questions at the moment in the chat. I want to always be respectful to your time. We do appreciate it when you press the like button and when you subscribe to the channel, as that does help the channel to grow. I'll go ahead and close out for today. Namaste. The light in me truly honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all.